President Trump has been very clear and consistent. He's prepared to use every element of American power to stop drugs from flooding into our country and to bring those responsible to justice. The Maduro regime is not the legitimate government of Venezuela. It is a narco-terror cartel.
President Trump cranks up the pressure on deadly drug cartels. The Pentagon sending at least 3 U.S. Navy destroyers to patrol the waters near Venezuela. Joining us now is the DEA Administrator Terry Cole. Thank you for being here. Can you tell us more about the ships in Venezuela? Is that to help deal with drug?
Yeah, good morning, Dana, and thank you for talking about this important topic, especially since Venezuela has turned into a narco-terrorist state that continues to work with the FARC, continues to work with ELN from Colombia to send record amounts of cocaine from Venezuela, from Colombia, into the Mexican cartels that continue to come into the United States at record amounts. We have seized more cocaine this year than past years. The amount of methamphetamine coming into this country continues to be on the uptick, and we still see record amounts of fentanyl coming into our country. But the Venezuelan corruption, the Venezuelan dictatorship, he is a narco-terrorist. They continue to send this poison to the United States, killing hundreds of thousands of Americans, not to mention the TDA members that they send to our country to destroy the beautiful streets of the United States.
And I know that Fentanyl Prevention and Fentanyl Awareness Day, which is today, we have to point out that sometimes if in the meth, in the cocaine, you'll have fentanyl, and so you'll have people end up dying of fentanyl poisoning. What do you want people to know about your efforts today?
Well, I think today, right down the street in Times Square, we have a major event today with all the fentanyl families. And it's critical for us to remember all those lost souls. All this destruction is based on the Mexican cartels sending this poison into our country. Here at DEA headquarters, we have an entire building dedicated to those lost souls. Their photographs are on our entranceway to remind every single DEA employee worldwide of the destruction that these cartels, specifically CJNG and Sinaloa, are causing in the United States.
I want to point out some statistics here. In 2025, so far, 30 million fentanyl pills and 6,000 pounds of fentanyl powder have been seized. In 2024, it was 60 million all told, and 8,000 pounds. Do you think that anything that you all are doing so far is having an effect on cutting these numbers down?
I think thanks to President Trump securing the border, we are going to see a decrease in poisonings this year in the United States. I think due to his efforts with Mexico, we are seeing a willingness for them to cooperate at record levels with the United States and our personnel. And I think together we can continue to save as many American lives as possible. The 330 million Americans expect the Drug Enforcement Administration, our men and women, to be on the streets every single day conducting enforcement operations to save American lives.
Would you support the bombing of the Mexican drug cartels?
So I know that's been in the paper the last few days. I know that decision lies with the president. The men and women of DEA will support the decision that comes from the president. We will complete the mission. But let's remember, we have been at war with these cartels for the last 40 years. The men and women of DEA have been consistent. They've been at the forefront. They've been at the tip of the spear. This is what we do, and we will continue to support the mission and the orders that come down from the President of the United States.
Terry Cole, thank you, and our best to everybody there at that event in Times Square today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dana.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.